Okay, cool. We can't get a feedback because we keep having to turn it down, so you're not going to be able to hear yourself through the headset. Okay. But it is going through. Okay. And if we do have a problem with that, though, all right, we're live. Testing, testing, mic 1. Are we getting anything? Testing, testing, mic 1.
We got too much stuff going on, man.
Rusty's up here. He's gonna switch the boards, I think. You're gonna you're gonna lose me here in a minute. Rusty's switching the boards. Okay, just talking here, sitting here at. Okay.
And we are here at Iowa Central at Hodges Field House. We're at the Iowa Central Taekwondo tournament here. We are just starting our sparring matches. And we have Mark Pfeifferlich up here from Pfeifferlich Taekwondo.
Hello, how are you today, Cody?
I'm doing good. How are you, Mark?
Good, excellent.
And as I said a moment ago, we're starting the sparring here with the younger kids.
Okay. Did you welcome everybody to the Iowa Central Taekwondo Championship tournament today?
Yeah.
Second tournament?
Second annual tournament.
Yes, sir.
So give me a little insight on how we look at these spars here.
Okay, sparring is you want to try to score points. You have to kick. For example, they're not using electronic equipment in ring one here. It's just manual scoring. So when the judges see a kick to the colored area of the chest protector, then it counts as 1 point.
Okay.
If they do a spin kick, it'll count as 2 points.
Okay.
At this age level here, we do not kick to the head. No kicks to the head for safety.
Okay. Looks like we got these two kids here. We got blue in the lead with 5 points, and red's got 1.
Yes.
Mark's away from the mic at the moment. However, we got pretty interesting competition going here. Been here for a little while now. We just got done with the forms a little while ago and got the sparring started right here.
Okay, Cody, now they are taking a break here.
Okay.
Usually they fight for a minute, and then we take a little break between rounds and then go at it again.
Okay. Down here on mat 1, again, blue's in the lead with about, screen says 6 points here.
Yep, 6-1. It'll be a minute round.
About how many rounds usually do they do?
2 rounds.
2 rounds, okay. And then just whoever has the most points in the end then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, most points wins. And as you notice, one of the competitors fell down or got kicked down.
Okay.
In Taekwondo, you cannot fall to the mat, even if you get pushed to the mat.
Oh.
For example, like that, he got knocked down by a kick.
Okay.
He is deducted half a point.
Okay. So 2 falls, they lose a point.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a round kick off the back leg, a round kick off the front leg by blue there.
And right here on the video, we're just gonna focus in here on mat 1 until we get some more matches going.
Okay, that sounds good. They're both frequently throwing round kicks there, trying to score points. 9-1 blue.
And with sparring, is it primarily kicks or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
You can punch to the body, but punch to the body only, and that you have to punch them very hard to score a point.
Okay.
1 point for a body punch.
Okay.
But you don't see too many punches being thrown because it's very hard to score that way.
Okay.
And actually, when you get to the electronic equipment, you will not get a score because there's no electronic in the hands.
Okay.
It's up. You just have to go to the Iowa Central community farm.
And to view our stream, every time we stream something, we stream most sport activities here. We go to our Iowa Central page on YouTube and go to our channels and go to Triton Nation, and our streams will usually be right up on there.
And hopefully they come up.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully they come up.
A lot of people are having trouble today with that.
That's all right. We'll probably have someone make an announcement here later and try and get people to be able to bring it up.
Okay. And just to let everyone know, Iowa Central Community College has a taekwondo team, and the coach is Master Justin Pfeifferlich, assistant coach Robert Hepperly, and the athletic director Rick Sandquist worked with Justin very hard, and this is now the second year for an Iowa Central taekwondo team. And thanks to Rick, they got the team going, and everything's going great.
Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty good program.
Yes,
then.
it is. And for all Iowa Central Community College students, taekwondo, you can get free classes in taekwondo.
Okay.
Just get in touch with Pfeifferlich Martial Arts.
Okay.
And Justin will take care of you from there.
All righty. That sounds pretty interesting there.
Yes.
Be a fun thing to look into if you're interested in any martial arts. They teach quite a few different things over there, right? Yeah,
Yes,
they
Pfeif-
teach.
Yes, besides the Iowa Central Community College Taekwondo team, Pfeifferlich Martial Arts, we offer a variety of classes. We offer Taekwondo, Sogo Rubo Jitsu, yoga, cardio kickboxing, and we also offer MMA. We do have Kendo classes also.
All right.
And Tai Chi.
All right.
I think I got everything listed there. Without having a paper in front of me with everything we offer down there, I think I hit everything there.
All righty. And you said you're also an instructor there as well?
Yes, I am
Yep.
an instructor also. I'm a 3rd degree black belt, and
Okay.
Master Justin is a 6th degree, or
Okay.
6th Dan as some people prefer, 3rd Dan, 6th Dan.
Okay.
And Justin's wife, Deanne, is a 2nd Dan,
Okay.
also an instructor, and his 2 children, Michael and Kelsey Pfeifferlich, are also 2nd Dans.
Okay.
They're also instructors too.
Okay. Looks like we got another spar going on here in Mat 2.
Yes, we do. They're going at it pretty good. Young age group, I'd say about 7 and under, somewhere around that range, or the 7 to 9 range, right around in there.
Yeah.
I do not have the exact classes up here. We don't have all the
Yeah.
information up here.
Yeah, they
that
didn't
have down
give me
there.
anything, so we're just going by sight right now. It's working
Yes.
pretty well, so.
Yep. We have in ring 2 is a brown belt against kind of looks like maybe a blue belt from here. It's kind of hard to tell until he turns. Purple belt.
Purple belt, okay.
Ring 1, they're on their between rounds. They're on their break.
Okay.
Then you'll see that you have your traditional chest protectors, which you'll just see a solid color of red or blue.
Okay.
And you have to kick the opponent in the color of their chest protector.
Okay, in order to
At
score the
this-
point,
At
right?
this age group, right. And
Okay.
then you'll see the chest protectors with the dots all over them, like on ring 1 there.
Okay.
They are not actually using the dots. The dots are actually magnets for what we call dado equipment, electronic scoring equipment.
Okay.
So when you get up into the upper ranks, they will be scored electronically.
Okay.
And you have to have special socks. The socks will have magnets in them. And so when you kick somebody with a certain amount of force or strength,
It'll trip the magnet.
it'll trip the magnets, and
Okay.
then it'll score from there.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of that before. That's really, really interesting, actually.
Yes. And then when we get up to the upper ranks where kicks are allowed to the head, you'll receive 3 points for a head kick.
Oh.
And if you perform a spinning head kick, it will be 4 points.
Wow. It's a good way to get ahead.
Yes.
Speaking of getting ahead, it looks like on Mat 1, Blue is soaring in the lead with 12 points there.
And that will end the match.
In the match.
Yep. As soon as you get 12 points ahead of the opponent, at the end of the first round or any time in the second round, the match is stopped.
Okay.
And you win by 12 points. It's 12-point match, you would call it.
Okay. And in Mat 2, we have Red in the lead with 6 points. 7 points now.
7 now, yep. It
Yeah.
changes pretty quick sometimes.
It changed pretty quick, yeah.
Yep, as soon as you say something, it's already changed. See,
Yep.
there it goes.
Yeah, he's already up there again.
8 to
Yep.
nothing already for Red and Matt, too. He's doing some jump round kicks is all what he's doing there. And some front kicks. There's a front snap kick, another one. Round kick by Red. The ref comes in between them to stop them. And it's hard to see the scoreboard from here. We can see the score, but we cannot see the time or the round of the match from up here. At least I can't.
Yeah,
anyway.
I can't. Yeah, I can't see it. It's pretty small on the numbers there, but we can get a pretty good idea
Yep.
because as we have all the refs, we can see them do.
Yes, and
What
Red
they
won
do.
this match, I believe.
Mhm.
He's trying to get them to go shake the other coach's hands. And you'll hear Hong Chong. Hong is red, Chong is blue.
Okay.
And then you'll hear various commands by the referees, usually in Korean.
Okay.
Which is actually pronounced Hangul is a proper way to say the Korean language.
Okay. Okay.
Down here, waiting between matches here. We don't have any matches on either mat yet.
Not quite yet. They're getting set up here.
Other protective gear, you have a headgear, of course, there.
Mm-hmm.
We also wear arm pads. That way, if somebody kicks you and you block, neither person gets hurt that way.
Okay. And you have leg pads as well?
Excuse me?
Do you have leg pads as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I was getting there. We have
sorry.
leg pads. That's okay. No, perfect question. That's what you're here for, to ask questions. I'm
Yeah.
here to answer your questions for you is
Yeah.
what I'm here for. You have shin pads to cover your shins. And then you also have pads for the top of your foot.
Okay.
And some of them are divided up so your toes will go into like a glove there. And that's
okay.
kind of better than just one covering your whole foot.
Right.
To protect
a little
your
better mobility as well, I would assume.
mobility, yes. Yep. And it feels a little bit better too.
Yeah. Got a
Protect it.
match coming up here on 1. Got some 2 little girls here. We got an orange belt and can't see what blue is.
White, I
belts.
believe.
Yep, white belt. Orange and a white belt. Okay.
Yep, when you get the chest protectors on, if they have a short belt, sometimes it's hard to see them.
Looks like we also got a match starting up on 3 here. We got a blue is an orange and red is an orange as well.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, blue might be a red.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard,
It's hard to tell from this distance.
I'm pretty sure it's going to probably be orange and not a red belt. We don't like to, red belts are a higher rank.
Right.
We don't want to spar them with the orange belt unless there's absolutely nobody else to spar with. And
Okay.
then we always let the higher rank know you need to spar on the lower level
Right.
for their skill level for the lesser skilled opponent.
Okay. And do you usually try to stay within 1 belt range or?
We try to, but a lot of times you're within 2, sometimes 3 colors from your belt. And you always want to kick above the belt. Below the belt is illegal.
Okay. Would you get disqualified or just lose points?
You will lose points.
Okay.
Sometimes they won't call anything if it's in the leg or anything. If it gets closer to a certain area, the groin area,
Yeah.
then you will lose a half point. If it's a direct shot into the groin, then it'll be a point deduction.
Okay.
And if that
I would assume
continues,
too many of those would lead to a disqualification.
yes.
Okay.
Yep. It's all about safety also.
Mm-hmm.
Mat 3 there, they're going at it pretty good over there. They're getting some kicks. And
Oh.
red knocked blue down. He scored a side kick there. They didn't score it though, but there should have been a side kick scored there in my opinion for red. Blue got knocked down, so that'll be a
He's
half.
getting those kicks in pretty quick there.
Oh, looks like he got a shot to the chin maybe, but they didn't call that. The ref didn't stop it there. Seems like red's kind of overpowering blue a little bit there.
Got another match starting here on mat 2. Facing the other way, can't see their belt.
Okay, now you see them. They're testing it now on this. Oh, looked like they were starting to test the gear on mat 2 there. So I'm not sure if they're using electronic. Yep, they're using electronic scoring on mat 2 here.
Okay. So when they kick, if it trips the magnets, they'll get a point?
Yes.
Oh,
So,
okay. Yep. You see how that?
Yep. And you'll see before the match, they'll be testing the equipment out. They'll allow one person to kick the other so they can make sure, number one, the equipment's working, and it lets the athletes know how hard they have to kick to score a point.
Okay.
Because you can kick and hit them direct shot all day, but if you're not kicking them
Hard enough. Yeah.
it will not score. And then the
Okay.
other thing is also on the electronic scoring equipment, the magnets are on the top of your foot. So if you end up kicking them with the edge of your foot on either side or your toes, you're not going to score the point because
Okay.
the magnets have to make a contact there to score that point.
Okay.
A lot of people may not realize that, so it's good to go over that.
Got all 3 matches in progress here. On mat 1, we have red is ahead by 6. On mat 2, we have blue in the lead 4-1. And over on mat 3, we have red in the lead 3-0.
That's correct. Pretty good match going on mat 3 there. They're going at each other.
Oh, yep. Now
fairly
blue's
well.
starting to keep up a little.
Yes, and over there it's not electronic scoring, so you will have 3 judges or scorers, I should say, in on the mat, around the mat. You can see 3 judges there, 2 in a corner and 1 down on the edge of the mat.
Okay.
And each time that judge or the scorer thinks that one of the opponents has scored, he'll trip a trigger or a thumb control button.
Okay.
And then it'll transmit it to the scoreboard there. There's a nice side kick when that guy came in at him there. And he's being warned there. I just happened to look over. He was being warned. I didn't see what he got warned for. I think he may have fallen down. Like I said, I didn't see what happened right before the break there, but I think he got warned for falling down.
Okay.
Also, there's on you can kicking in the back is not really allowed, but however, when your chest protector goes all the way around to your back, then of course you're going to be able to score because there's still color there. You can kick anywhere where there's color.
Okay.
But however, if the chest protector is spread out and there's no color in the middle of the back, you're not allowed to kick there. That's illegal. You will get deducted points for that.
All right.
We're getting ready to go here on mat 1. For those of you not familiar with Taekwondo, both of the athletes will face the scoreboard and bow. They will face each other and then bow, and you'll see that they have their headgear underneath their left arm, and then they will shake hands, and then they will put their headgear on, and then they will start at the referee's command.
Okay.
Then at the end of the match, like on match 2 here, you'll shake hands, and then each athlete will go shake the hands of the opposing coach to show sportsmanship.
All righty. I see respect is a very big part of this as well when learning, I would assume.
Yes, respect comes with discipline. You must respect other people, coaches,
absolutely,
instructors. You have to respect your opponent. Taekwondo teaches a lot of different things. Respect, self-discipline, willpower. It teaches you discipline as in, learning new things. You have to learn a form, and when you advance to your next rank, you learn another form, so it takes a lot of discipline and mental preparedness also.
Okay. They just down here on mat 1. What just happened there?
The time ran out, so they
time ran out.
Yeah, so they threw a ball out there to let the ref know the time ran out.
Okay.
I think there's some tomfoolery going on around there or something.
Well, that's a good way to let him know and keep him aware.
Yes.
In case the match is getting a little intense, he might not be paying attention to quite everything except for the fighters, so he might not notice the time. So it's probably a good way to let him know.
Yes, that's correct. Just like in wrestling, you have a person with a towel.
Yep.
Letting the ref know that the time runs out, and sometimes here you use the same method or throw something onto the mat there to let them know time is up. Most of the time there'll be a buzzer when the time runs out.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it can't be heard, or sometimes it's just not working.
I gotcha.
You never know what happens, so you have to be prepared to stop the match another way.
Okay. And when at your dojo, right?
Yes.
At the dojo, is sparring practice there quite a lot, or is it in equal with form?
We work on. It just depends on what the format for the class is for that day.
Okay.
One day we might work on half the class on forms, half the class on sparring.
Okay.
Another class, might not work on any sparring at all. It might be forms. And we have skills that we work on, dexterity. There's 8 different skills, vision, strength, and so on.
Okay.
And each class, we always focus on one certain skill. And that skill will help them develop their art. And some of the skills are for their forms, and some of the skills are more for sparring.
Okay.
You know, when you work on the skills, a lot of them will work on both forms and sparring.
Okay.
So some classes will work on kicks, some classes blocks, and then one class might all be forms. And so it just depends on what we feel like working on that particular day and what skill it is to what we do for the class.
Okay. And I'm assuming some of your students today are going to be participating here in a little while as well.
Yes,
in sparring.
Yes, we have a few students here today. I'm not sure on the exact number of our students here today, but we have quite a few of them out there, as you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about half our students in Taekwondo total are here.
Okay. And any insight on the Triton Taekwondo program? Anything about that you'd like to inform us on?
Well, I'm not personally involved with the Iowa Central team myself. My brother Justin's the head coach, and Robert Hepperly, of course, is the assistant coach. Justin's been a national champion a couple times, been on the Olympic team, Taekwondo team.
Okay.
And also he was on the coaching staff for the 2016 Olympic team.
Wow.
So he's got quite a resume behind him for coaching and competition.
Okay.
I myself had competed in nationals, also placed in the top 8 2 years in a row, and after that I didn't really compete on the national level, just stayed at the state level. I qualified for nationals, but because of work, I didn't really compete nationally anymore.
Yeah.
I was very competitive, but just chose not to keep competing at that level because of personal life, having to have a job. And
okay. Yeah. That can get in the way sometimes.
Jobs just would not allow it, so
Yeah.
I couldn't compete at that level.
Okay.
Iowa Central team has come along pretty good. They've won. They've been to quite a few tournaments the last couple of years.
Yeah,
they've gotten several first and second places. I think if you go to the Iowa Central website, it might
they have a couple of things up here.
Yep, it might inform people of how well the team is doing.
It says here they got first place at the ISU championships.
Yes.
As well as they participated in the national championships as well.
Yes, and they did very well there. I think I'm not sure what place they got there. I was going to say second.
And can see here.
We'll have to look at that closer. And
see a couple. See a gold medal and a couple silver medals and a couple bronze medals there at nationals. So seems like they did pretty well.
Yes.
Most of them got medals. So that's good.
Individually, a lot of them did get medals. They did very good.
Very well.
And a lot of the students that are on the Iowa Central team are they're very focused. They enjoy Taekwondo a lot. Some of them have already been in Taekwondo before they came to Iowa Central, and they found out that we had a team here, and they joined instantly, and they were coming along very well.
That's good. That's good.
It really helps when they already have a background
in
Taekwondo, because then they can compete on a little bit higher level than just beginning on the college team.
I'm sure this could give, joining the actual college team could give them a good opportunity to get to bigger level competitions.
Yes. Yep.
Whereas before they might not have had that.
Right. If you can join a college team, you can compete at national tournaments and more higher level local tournaments, and that'll help you if you want to compete nationally and internationally. It gives you a good path to that road.
Okay. Here in a little bit, we're actually going to have a Olympian come up here and talk with us. It is
Stephen Lambert.
I can pull up the name here in a minute. He's Stephen Lambden. He's 2016 Rio Olympics on the Taekwondo team. He's here today. He's watching over our competition here.
Yep, he's always available for anybody that wants to go up and talk to him. He's willing to talk to you about taekwondo or anything else. He's signing autographs, so he's very helpful, and he's going to be, I believe he did part of a seminar yesterday afternoon, and I think he is going to do a seminar tomorrow.
Okay.
The seminars do cost. I'd have to get the cost on the seminar, but anybody in taekwondo in the area is welcome to attend the seminars.
Okay.
All right, on mat number 2, we have a couple young ones going at it here, throwing some round kicks off the back leg pretty furiously there. A lot of the kicks are not scoring, as I mentioned to Cody earlier. You have to make sure your magnets make contact with the other person's chest protector. If your foot is angled and the magnets are not making contact, you will not score, and that is why the score is 1-0 in favor of blue. It's now 2-0. As you can see, he's probably thrown about 30 kicks by now, and he's only got 3 points. And that's why I brought up the point of the magnets making contact with each other. So those of you not familiar with the sport, you know why there's not a lot of points being awarded there. Okay, mat number 2. They're at halftime here, taking a break between the rounds.
Okay. And when we get to the 18 up level, we're going to bring up Stephen Lambden, the Olympian, here, after we get done with the lower levels here, or the lower ages here. After that, we'll bring him up.
Yep, that'll be very interesting for a lot of people out there to hear him and see what he has to say, and see what kind of good questions you can ask him. Hopefully you have some questions lined up for him.
Yeah, I got a couple questions for him about, like, training regimens and stuff like that.
Okay.
And just see what information he can give us. I'm sure it'll be very, very interesting.
Yes.
Got matches going on all 3 mats here. See, as we get up in the upper ages, we see a little bit more of a skill increase.
Yep, a little bit more power. You're going to see a little bit more people being knocked down because of kicks, but the person will still be deducted because you can't fall down.
Right. That's just part of competition.
Yes.
Now, is it co-ed sparring, or is it just girls versus girls, men versus
Correct.
men?
You stay to the gender.
Okay.
Yep. It's you have co-ed teams, and it's a co-ed sport.
Right.
You still only spar men versus men and women versus women. Also, men are required to have protection for their groin, and everyone is required to have a mouthpiece also, besides the other protective gear that we talked about.
Right. Safety first.
Yes, I mentioned that because somebody's mouthpiece went flying there for a little bit or dropped it. So.
And about what age do we get into where head kicks turn legal?
13 and up, they have junior safety rules.
Okay.
Light contact to the head, nothing heavy. If you're kicking too hard, you can get disqualified, or you're going to have a point deducted.
Okay.
It's very light contact at the age of 13. When you reach the age of 18, then anything goes.
Anything goes. Okay.
Anything goes.
Above the belt, anything goes.
Above the belt, anything goes. Punches to the body only. Still, no punches to the head.
Right.
But you can kick as hard as you want to score those points.
Okay.
Seems like a lot of people were very happy about the outcome of that match on mat 1 there.
Okay.
The crowd was getting into it. Hopefully they stay into it today.
And pretty good turnout today.
Yes.
Not quite a few people showed up. Got, I'm assuming, lots of family members, lots of spectators.
Yes. And as you can see, there's a little bit more crowd and more competitors for sparring than there was for the forms.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
And that's just the way some people are. They may not choose to do forms very often, but they rather just spar. So
yeah. It's the fun part.
Yes. Well, a lot of people do poomsays and they don't spar. So
Yeah.
it's, you know, everybody has their
Yep.
certain thing they like to do, or sometimes when they feel that they're not quite ready to do their form because they just learned a new one and
Yeah.
they don't want to perform yet.
They prefer to do sparring instead of their forms, or forms instead of sparring.
Yep. Mat 3 there, they finished that match up. It was a score of 14-2, so that match got stopped. Due to
Okay.
points there, second round.
We got some medals being awarded here on mat 1.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like we got one student there for sure from Pfeiffer Taekwondo, received second place. And
Alright.
the first place athlete is from
Ultimate.
Waterloo, Ultimate
Yep.
Taekwondo, also known as Jensen's.
Okay.
We have a lot of people here today.
It's always good when you have a good turnout like this.
Yes, we have some very well-known people today besides Stephen. We have Russ O'Connell from Waterloo, Rock Gym. We have Farrell's Taekwondo up here. They're a very good club, very competitive also. Jensen's is competitive. They show up to a lot of tournaments just like the other two groups do. And we have some people from Ames, Park Recreation.
Okay.
And we have a few of them up here. Another club here in Fort Dodge, Merle Bloom.
Yep, I see him right over there. Yep.
Yep, he's got a few students here.
He's a family friend of mine, so
Okay.
he's a real nice guy. Been known him for quite a while.
Oh,
Merle
yes.
Bloom. Yeah.
He's also a very good friend of Justin and myself.
Yeah.
Also, we've known him for a long time.
Yeah.
He went to school with us too.
Oh, I
so-
see. Yeah, he was my neighbor for a while.
Yep. Yep. Mat 2, we have a couple. We have a green belt and an orange belt going at it here. A couple girls, about 8 years old in that range. You were saying earlier about how young some of them appears to be.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
Pfeiffer Lake Martial Arts, we have what we call a Little Tigers program.
Okay.
We have anywhere from 3 to 7 years old
Okay.
starting out there. So some people will be starting very young at 3, and as we mentioned on the Iowa Central team, it's pretty helpful to have them come in already knowing Taekwondo.
Right.
On the Iowa Central team, we have also had several students that started out as white belts.
Okay.
For example, I can give you a very good example today. Willie Whitehead. I will have to try to point him out in the crowd. He's actually keeping score on mat 1 to the
Okay.
left upper corner over there.
Okay.
Horse playing with his remotes over there a little bit.
All the way to over there.
Yes.
Okay.
He started coming to us for MMA. He was a wrestler, very accomplished wrestler for Iowa Central.
Okay.
And he came to us and started Taekwondo. He liked the MMA, so he's doing MMA, but he was never in Taekwondo. He
Okay.
started out as a white belt,
Okay.
and now, as you see today, he's a first-degree black belt.
Wow.
And he just received that approximately a month ago.
All
along
right.
with Zoe.
Hmm.
So he's come a long way. In a year and a half to 2 years, he achieved his black belt.
Wow. That's an impressive time there.
Yes.
He
Really well. He works hard at it. He's there almost every day
Wow.
at the gym down there at Pfeiffer Lake Martial Arts.
Okay.
Down there almost every day.
I would assume when he does his MMA, he integrates a little bit of Taekwondo into that as well, or is it a
yes.
separate?
No, he integrates a lot of Taekwondo. He uses a lot of Taekwondo MMA there.
Wow.
He's very good. He's the current champion there for the league that he fights in.
Wow.
I believe he's still undefeated.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have quite a few good athletes down there competing in MMA at Pfeiffer Lake Martial Arts.
I see. Still got that. Still got 2 matches going on right now. Got one on mat 3 and another on mat 2. We can still be in lower range, probably around 7 or 8
Yes.
years old, but still very, very interesting matches. You can see when they're fighting. You can see the tenacity of a lot of these kids. You can see how hard they work at it and how well that comes out in their sparring.
Yes. And as you can see on mat 2, we have a couple of younger girls going at it, and you can see that they're pretty fierce, just as fierce.
Yeah,
and sometimes
absolutely.
the girls could be more fierce than the guys. And there's a lot of women out there that are very good,
Mm-hmm.
and you will see one of them today.
Who's
Russell
that?
Connell's daughter is here.
Okay.
She's multi-time national champion for AAU.
Wow.
Yes, she's very good and national champion black belt. And I'm pretty sure we will see her on in an Olympic team in the future.
Wow. Well, let's hope so. Represent Iowa for the United States going to the
Yes.
next Olympics. That would be very, very good.
Yes, actually, there's a lot of very good athletes in Iowa
Mm-hmm.
in the sport of taekwondo. Myself and Justin, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Russell Connell and his daughter, and we have a couple other ones from Des Moines. Lance Farrell has been in taekwondo for a long time, a little bit older now, may be retired. He is very, very good. Has a lot of students that took over different branches for him at different locations and different cities throughout the state of Iowa. All right, we're back on the air again. And for those of you just joining the broadcast here, we're at Iowa Central Hodges Fieldhouse.
Second annual Iowa Central Taekwondo Championship.
Yes. Yep. Thanks to Rick Sandquist, the athletic director here, who got involved with Mr. Justin Pfeifferlich, and they started a Taekwondo team here, second year. The program is going very well.
Very well. Yeah.
Several wins at local tournaments and did very well at the national tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We have most of the matches here are in between matches. As you can see on match one, they're testing the hogus to make sure each athlete is going to kick hard enough and that the equipment is working there.
Yep.
We'll
Make
see
sure it triggers.
Yes.
Looks like we have medals being handed out over on mat 3 right now.
Yes, that is correct. Mat number 1 is going to be kind of an interesting match here. We have a black belt and a red belt. So now you'll see an upper level here going at it. More skills here.
Yeah, you can see compared to it looks like you can see compared to the lower levels, they've got a lot more thought into their strikes.
A little bit. That's kind of hard to tell, of course.
Yeah.
You know, but you can see that the kicks are a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
They are more driven to its target, and you can see they're faster. They're more accurate. Score is 7-2. Blue is ahead. There's a spin side kick. It did not make contact, but it was a nice kick. And they're at their break there between rounds.
Even though you're using the electronic equipment, can the judges still add a point if they make the spin kick? They can add
Yes.
onto that?
Yes, we
Okay.
have to add the spin kick. So
Okay.
whenever they perform a spin kick, then the judges have to make sure that they score a point for the extra spin.
Okay.
And now that we're getting up here to the higher level, 1 point for a kick to the chest protector, 3 points for a head kick.
Okay.
And if you do a spin kick to the chest, it'll be 2 points. Spin kick to the head, it'll be 4 points.
Okay. Starting back up on mat 1 again after the little break. As you were saying, very, very aggressive.
Oh, yes. And it'll the competitors will get more aggressive as we get up in the age groups. It'll be a little bit more aggressive. But as you can see, the black belt there is fairly aggressive there.
Mhm.
And she's not wasting her kicks. She's just not throwing a bunch of kicks. She's trying to make them hit a certain target there. So she's being precise, and she's quick and crisp with them. Good technique.
Got another match going on mat 2 here. Got
A purple belt and a blue belt.
yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, couldn't quite see it.
2-2 in that match.
And back on mat 1, we have blue leading by 8 points right now.
Yeah, she's doing very well.
Very, very well. Yes.
Yep. And that match is now over.
Blue's victor there.
Oh, we have it's between rounds on mat 2, but it seems like one athlete may have been injured slightly. Mat 2, the coach over there for the athlete in the blue chest protector, his name is Mr. Williams. He's from Nebraska.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, he's very well. He competes at a very high level.
Okay.
It's very good to watch and entertaining also. He likes to have fun when he's out there sparring.
That's
He's
always
a great
good. That's a good thing to do. Is always when you come to these competitions and you compete, it's always good to make sure you have fun as well.
Oh yes, there's always a lot of fun.
And you can see that in a lot of the kids. They do. You can see that they have a lot of fun. They're very energetic. They're very determined to have a great time here.
Yes. Yep. It's always fun. If it wasn't fun, they wouldn't be doing it. Because if you don't have fun competing in taekwondo tournaments, especially sparring, you're not going to want to go out there and get kicked and beat up if it's not fun to you.
Right. Got camera focusing on mat 2 here with the start of their second round.
8-2 leading there. As you can see, they're just kind of throwing kicks to throw kicks. They're not really precise and targeted as the upper levels were, as you could see with the other match. They're just kind of...
They're getting them in, though.
Yep. They're throwing them. They're just hoping at this level, sometimes the way these guys are going at it, they're just throwing kicks and hoping one will score. Because as you can see, they're kind of off their target a little ways here and there.
We're getting a few in here and there, though.
Yes. We have judges and referees from all around the area, some from the Ames and Des Moines area. We have some from Minnesota. So we have officials that came quite a ways. At table 2 there, the person sitting down, if you can see it on the screen,
Michael.
is Michael Pfeifferlich.
Yeah, your nephew.
Yep. Another Pfeifferlich that's involved in taekwondo and second Dan black belt and assistant instructor. At table number 1, I don't believe the camera's pointed there yet. The person in the middle is Kelsey Pfeifferlich, another child of Justin, his daughter. And the person to our left is Zoe Rodriguez. She's one of our black belts, just received her black belt, as we talked about earlier before we were broadcasting
She was up here a little bit ago talking to us for a minute during the break.
Yes, she was. And she loves, she's one of those students that love competing, and she's good at it too when she wants to be.
That's good.
She can take as many punches as she can throw.
That's good. That's always good.
She can dish it out pretty well, and she can take it too. As we mentioned earlier, before we went on video, we have several family members in Taekwondo. Taekwondo is very family-oriented if you want it to. We have a mother and 2 children. We have another mother and child. And we have another family of 3 siblings involved. Mat number 1, we seem to have approximately 9-year-olds there, an orange belt and a blue belt, or a green belt, competing there. Pretty good. Green belt's ahead 1-0.
And I had a question a little bit earlier. As you were talking about the degrees of the belt, the Dan of the belt, what is it? Just another level in that belt, or like another level towards the next belt, or?
The easiest way to explain it is when you get your black belt, You're basically starting all over again.
Okay.
So you'll have different dans. A dan is like degree. A lot of people call it first degree, second degree. It's actually called dan. Some people call it degree, but it's the level of black belt that you're at. And
Okay.
it takes, after you get to that level, you're talking about years to move up to your next ranking.
Okay.
Instead of testing in a few months, it takes years to test.
Okay.
Years to prepare to test for your next level on your black belt.
Oh,
When you get your
okay.
black belt, you're just basically starting all over again.
I gotcha. Okay.
But it's at a completely different level.
Right. It's a far more advanced level than
Yes.
white.
Yes. And also when you achieve your black belt, you get around your second dan. A little bit in the first dan, you're going to help teach and help other students.
Okay.
Other students are going to look up to you. You
Right.
get to your second dan, you need to be able to know all the forms and help all of the people that are ranked below you, help them with their forms and,
Right.
and know them and help them. And people really look up to you as a role model, so you're not really, when you're a black belt, you're starting over because you're in a new role. People are looking up
Right.
to you. You got to be able to help them and be a good role model for
Okay.
other students. So there's a lot of responsibility that comes with a black belt
Right.
and its upper rankings.
And of course, that always helps with your own experience as well, helping all these other people as well. So.
Yes. Mat number 1, we got still at 2-0 there
Yeah.
with blue leading, green belt over orange belt. Still waiting for competitors for mats 2 and 3. Mat 1, we're just ending the match here. Looks like blue has won 2-0. They'll take their headgear off and shake hands and go shake hands with the other coaches. For those of you that are just tuning in, Five Flick Martial Arts, we're located in Fort Dodge by Walgreens there. We offer a big variety of different martial arts. We offer Taekwondo, Sogaru Jitsu, yoga, cardio kickboxing, Tai Chi, Kendo, and we also have MMA classes there.
And that second one there, you want to explain just a little bit what that is again?
Sogaru Jitsu.
Yeah.
The instructor is Andy Berzer, who is the head instructor. Justin is also a black belt in Sogaru Jitsu. It is the way I'm going to describe it, I'm probably not describing it exactly right, maybe the way Andy would like me to describe it, but if I give my description, it might be more interesting for some of the people that it might draw more interest maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to describe it as you're going to learn some choke holds and submission holds, leg locks, arm bars, choke holds. There's taekwondo involved with it and wrestling involved with it.
Okay. So it's almost kind of like an MMA form? A little?
No, there's no MMA form.
Yeah, there's no MMA, but it's
if you want a all-around martial art that you're going to have different aspects to defend yourself at, you're going to have a wide range to defend yourself with many different moves and martial arts all tied into one. So it's very good. It'll keep your energy level up. It'll get you in shape, and you learn a lot doing Sogaru Jitsu. It's very fun too.
Okay. Mat 2, we got another match going. Got a orange belt and a yellow belt.
Yep. Couple girls about 8, 9 years old maybe, somewhere around in there. Just beginning. It looks like they have a little bit of sparring experience by the way they're going at each other there. One of the students is from Five Flick Martial Arts.
Okay.
It looks like I'm going to say the one in the
blue.
It's kind of hard.
Right?
Blue Hogu,
Blue,
I
yeah.
think. So. They're just beginning, so they're just going to kind of be throwing kicks to throw kicks and hope it scores. So.
Hope it scores.
Yes.
But that's always good because then you can learn how to kick, which way it'll connect. You just pay attention, which ones connect when you kick. You might want to try kicking that way again. It's always just a learning experience.
That's correct. Yep. And then as long as they learn to get their feet so they're flat against the Hogu, so the magnets make a connection there, and that's how you score your points. They got to learn not to angle their foot or twist their foot. Otherwise, they probably won't score.
Okay.
And then, of course, a lot of the kicks, they're kicking fast and a lot of kicks, but they're not kicking quite hard enough besides not making contact. So you have to make contact with a certain amount of force or pressure.
So it trips the magnet there.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Looks like Blue's in the lead with 8 points here on mat 2.
Yes. And they're basically throwing round kicks off the back legs, trying to score there. I think Blue just scored again there. Nice shot to the ribs when she scored. She just got deducted a half a point, okay?
Okay.
And it's because she was kicking below the belt. The ref decided that she kicked below the belt too many times, so then he decided to warn her. As I mentioned earlier, we're here, the judges are there to make sure the rules are kept, but of course, if they kick each other in the legs sometimes they might not call it. Then after they do it too many times, then they might call it. There, she fell down. She's going to be deducted for half a point.
Okay.
Match ended there.
With Blue in the lead, 10-2.
Yep, so she'll be
Blue's
the winner.
The victor.
Bow to each other, and they'll shake hands, and they should be going and shaking the other coach's hands.
Looks like we're preparing another match on mat 1.
Yep, so Fireflick Martial Arts had a victory there in mat 2.
All right.
Mat number 1, it looks like one of Merle Bloom's students, young student, is going to be competing on mat 1 in the blue Hogu. And over in the red Hogu, that girl is from Waterloo.
Okay.
She's her coach is Russell Connell.
Okay.
With Rock Gym over there, he has a very highly respected Taekwondo class and other classes at his gym also.
Okay. And it looks like they got a different kind of headgear on here. Before it was white, now they got colors.
Well, yeah, actually, white is the primary color for headgear.
Okay.
Then when we get into the dado equipment, you can wear a colored headgear, but the only colored headgear you can wear is either red or blue, and it has to match your Hogu.
Okay.
So you can wear colored headgear as long as it's matching your Hogu.
Okay.
This headgear here, as you can see, is dado headgear. It's not just colored, but it has the magnets in the head also. So
is that the arrows on there? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And so then that's how the dado system will score head kicks. And when you get in the upper ranks, you'll see some head kicks and hopefully some scoring with the head kicks.
Yep.
It's kind of hard to score with kicks with the dado equipment.
Right.
Because it's electronic scoring, so you have to really connect in the right
has
places.
To be precise.
Yes, very precise. There no chin shots or too much below the ear. You got to have it right.
It's got to hit those magnets. But that's all part of the whole skill of it all. You got to make sure you hit that right spot so you can get those points.
Yes, and I want to point out, as you notice, they're kicking each other's headgear. They're testing the dado equipment right now to make sure that the dado equipment is going to make contact and score the point when the headgear is contacted.
Okay.
When they are kicked in the head. So this will be, they must be 13 or maybe they're close to 13, but they both want to compete feet to head.
Okay.
So we'll see if anybody gets any kicks to the head and scores any points with the dado system here. We're still at breaks on mats 2 and 3 there. No one competing, so we'll be able to focus on mat 1 for a little bit.
Yep.
As you can see there, she was standing on one foot, and she threw a kick and just held her foot up in the air and ready to strike again in case the other girl got back into her range of her kick.
It's very,
There's a head kick.
Yep, there it was. Yep.
But, and she got 3 points for it, too, as you see. Now there's a 4th point for something, so. Or the scoring system was just slow.
Are there boundaries on the mats? Like, do they have to stay within the square, or?
Yes, as you just saw. Okay, now she's going to get warned for going off. Well, she should have got warned for going off the mat. But, we're here, you know, this is a younger level. In the international competition, she may be called for going out of the mat area. There, as you saw, she was pretty close. If you go out, it's a 1-point deduction.
Okay.
You have to stay within the red area. If you go into the blue with both feet, then you're out and you get warned.
Okay.
Sometimes the refs will let some of that go. You know, just
If it's quick and they're getting around, they might step into it real fast. But
international Olympic competition, technically, if you're in the blue area, you're out.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't make any difference if you're going out and in.
Right.
You know,
it's boundaries. Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
Whereas here, they'll have a little more leeway here.
Yep, it's a learning experience, so we want to help people learn to compete better.
And as we said before, we got quite a good turnout here. Lots of family members coming here to support everyone here participating in the tournament.
Yes, very, very decent turnout. This is only the second year for this tournament.
Okay.
So I hope to see it grow pretty good in the next coming years. Hopefully we can continue having the tournament in this building. It's very good for the athletes to have this area
absolutely.
to compete in. And also it's really great for the people coming to spectate and watch because they got some nice bleachers and big area to watch. It's a very nice setup. So hopefully we can continue to use this field house for the next Taekwondo tournament next year.
Yes. Got 2 matches going on right now. One on mat 1 and one on mat 2. Got on mat 1, Reds ahead 14-5, and the match on mat 2 just started. Blue ahead 5-0.
Yes. Another one of our students, young yellow belt, facing an upper rank green belt.
Looks like right now we're just going to be holding spars on mat 1 and 2 for now.
Yep. Reds ahead 16-6, 19-6.
Wow, must got a head kick in there.
So that'll be the match, should be the match actually, because she's 12 points ahead. So actually the match should be stopped. Once you reach 12 points or more on your opponent.
Red was the victor on mat 1 with 19-6.
Mat 2, they're still going at it. Blues ahead 5-0. Red is trying to chase the blue around to try to score some points there.
She's not backing off. She's going in there with kicks. It's
yeah.
Not getting intimidated by it at all.
Nope, she's going in there trying to score. The blue keeps backing up and evading.
Very, very good defense from blue, too.
Yes. If you run away, they can't kick you.
Yep.
The coach there on mat 2 on our left side there is Jeff Seibert. He's also another black belt in Pfeifferlich martial arts. His wife Sarah happens to be Justin and I's sister.
Oh,
and their son Ethan is in Taekwondo.
All right.
And he was competing here earlier today, I believe.
As you said,
purple belt.
As you said, very, very family-centric sport here.
Yes. Yep. It doesn't have to be family, but it's very good for families.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a good way to connect.
Yes. Good way for everybody to do something that some of the people like in the family, and if the other people don't like it, they still compete and have fun. It's fun to do things together, and that's one of the things Taekwondo can offer you is doing things together as a family.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very, very, very good for families.
Yes. And of course, if you're a college student at Iowa Central, you can take free classes of Taekwondo. Get in touch with Mr. Justin Pfeifferlich.
It's a good way to stay in shape. Good way to have a little added. If you're got a free spot in your schedule, it's a good way to spend some time. Good way to spend your free time. Learning something, learning a little discipline.
Yep. Teaches you skills and as you said, teaches you discipline.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you something to do. It helps your mind and your body. So it's not just about getting your body in shape. It's about getting your mind in shape also, and
Absolutely.
gives you a chance to relax from school work or
Yeah.
regular work or whatever
Maybe
you're
maybe a
doing.
little stress relief in there as well.
Yep, it's a good stress relief because like I said, it's not just moving the body around. You got to concentrate and use your mind too, so it relaxes you from everything else because you're focusing on taekwondo.
Absolutely.
So it gives you a refreshing break from anything else that you may be thinking about.
Mm-hmm. Something you and your friends could do sometime. Get a couple people together, come and spend some time with the taekwondo team.
Yes. Yep.
Got a match starting here on mat 1. Looks like 2 orange belts, I believe. Yep.
Yep, that's correct.
Got
And
medals on.
They are both from the same school, even.
Oh.
Both from Waterloo, from Jensen's Ultimate Taekwondo. Sounds like they're calling 12 to 14-year-olds.
Okay.
So
Handing out medals here on mat 2.
Mat 1, they're still sparring. They're going at it pretty good. A little interesting there.
Lots of movement going on there.
Yep, doing pretty good for orange belts.
Yep.
Blues trying to get a few extra points there. Be the end of the round there.
1-1 on mat 1 there.
We got
Sorry.
some competitors being awarded medals here. Pretty sure they're going to be pretty happy. Some pretty big smiles coming from some of the children there.
Mm-hmm. Coaches are pumping up our competitors here on mat 1, getting ready for the next round.
Yep, trying to go over some strategy also.
Lots of smiling faces coming off of mat 2.
Yes, a lot of them. There's a lot of interesting people you can meet also in Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's always very friendly. It's not like the little kids' soccer tournaments where you have all the parents mad at each other all the time. You may not be happy with the competitors and the other coach, but as soon as the match is over, it's all done with. Just like wrestling, you're done with it, and you're over on the other side of the gym, and you're buddy again.
Absolutely.
That's the way it goes.
Oh, there's
and
good amount of sportsmanship coming out of here.
very good sportsmanship, a lot of respect for everybody all the time.
Mm.
It's a great atmosphere to be in.
Absolutely.
All right, still waiting for some of the 12 to 14-year-olds to get ready and gear up over there.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions about any of the equipment or anything, or scoring, or?
With I guess with the judges around here, if multiple judges with the thumb things you were talking about
the
earlier.
scores?
Yeah, the scores are on the outside. If they both notice something if they hit it, what's the
Okay.
problem there? Like would there be a confusion between those two?
Oh,
there?
okay. Each score, each of them have their own controller. There's 3 of them, and in order for a point to be scored, 2 out of the 3 judges have to hit the same button within a few seconds of each other.
Okay.
In order for that score to count.
Okay.
So if that
so
judge,
multiple judges have to notice it.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 out of the 3 have to notice the same thing within a few split seconds.
Okay.
Because if the upper corner scorer hits a 1-point kick, but the other person saw a headshot, so she's going to hit a headshot, 3 points, then there probably won't be a score because only
it wasn't
one
clear enough.
That wasn't. Yes.
Okay.
You have to have 2 out of the 3 scores, each of them hitting a side kick, or 1-point score,
Okay.
or them both or 2 out of the 3 noticing a head kick.
Okay.
So 2 out of the 3 scorers have to hit the same button within a few seconds of each other.
Okay.
So if there's a delay of 3.5 to 4 seconds, there may not be a point scored because they didn't hit their button soon enough.
Okay. And Matt 2 here, we got the testing of the equipment going on right before the match.
Yes.
Okay.
You notice they're checking the headgear to make sure it's going to notice the contact of the head, and then, of course, how hard they got to kick the head. As you see, they don't have to kick very hard.
Okay. And
Now,
we're here at the Iowa Central Taekwondo Championship for those of us just joining. I am Cody. We have Mark here. Mark of Pfeifferlich.
Mark Pfeifferlich from Pfeifferlich Martial Arts.
Yep.
Glad to join you.
Yep.
Assistant instructor at Pfeifferlich Martial Arts. Justin Pfeifferlich is the master instructor.
Okay.
I myself am an assistant. His wife Deanne is an assistant. His 2 children, Michael and Kelsey, are assistant instructors. And Mr. Justin Pfeifferlich is the head coach of Iowa Central Taekwondo team, and the
For
assistant
2 years
coach
now.
For 2 years now, yes. And Robert Hepperly is the assistant coach. Justin has been in Taekwondo for approximately 30 years. I'm probably been in Taekwondo for 23 to 25 years, somewhere around in that range there, so we have a lot of experience.
Okay.
Just recently, Justin decided to open his own studio, have his own dojo, so now we have our own martial arts club.
Mm-hmm.
He started that approximately 4 years ago.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
And we're located in Fort Dodge by Walgreens. And the address, I believe, is 567 South 25th Street.
Okay.
All the Iowa Central students, any Iowa Central students, can take free Taekwondo classes. And if you want to be more competitive, you can join the Iowa Central team, which would be great. They're always looking for new team members.
All right. And they compete locally, statewide, and nationally?
Yes, that is
Okay,
correct.
yeah.
Yes. They competed, I think, out in Colorado last year, and went to a few other places around the United States and competed and have done very well. They've
Okay.
always receiving a lot of individual medals, and also placing first and second at several tournaments.
Okay.
So
And
they're doing
to
very
place as a team, what's required to place as a team?
basically, they're still kind of structuring that, but basically it kind of goes off of it's like any other sport, you know.
Okay.
The team that has more gold medals, first place,
Okay.
is going to score more higher points than a team not receiving as many first places. So
Right.
the more first, second, and third places you get individually tallies up for a team score of where you're going to have
Okay.
more medals for the team.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple.
Well, we're us commentators here. We're going to take a couple minute break here. We're going to go figure a few things out, but we'll be back. We'll keep the stream up and going. And once again, here at Iowa Central Taekwondo Tournament Championship here. All right, we'll be back.
everybody was a little worried just based on how the media was portraying things.
Right,
everybody
right.
was kind of expecting World War III, for lack of a better way to put it. But, I mean, I've been in way more dangerous places, and it's typical big city. If you
Yeah.
stay out of the bad areas, you're totally fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been in Taekwondo for you've been doing Taekwondo for quite a long time then?
For sure. I'm 28, and I've been doing it about 23 years now. Yeah,
Okay.
23. So,
So you got it when you were 5 then?
Yep.
All right. What made you want to do Taekwondo?
I actually got started because I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle. And,
What better reason, right?
Yeah,
Right?
totally. Nobody told me I was the wrong, species or anything.
Who cares?
But, I mean, it was kind of the compromise my parents had. Obviously, I wasn't into football, stuff like that.
Right.
My parents, basically, I harassed them until they finally caved and said, like, yeah, sure, let's sign him up. And they all kind of had the policy of, he's going to do it for a month and then get tired of it. But I think I proved everybody wrong.
So where are you from then?
Born and raised in Dallas.
Dallas. Okay. And what was the school that you started at then?
It was called Lee's Taekwondo. It was in a city called Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
So like a half an hour from DFW Airport. So
Okay.
pretty central.
Okay. And you went there for how long then,
Ooh, man.
if you remember?
Yeah, like I want to say 12 or 13 years. And then
Okay.
I went to school out in L.A. to train with a coach there. And after that, moved to Oklahoma for training. So.
Okay. And then what did you know that you were going to be competing back then? Like, did you know that you were going to try and get on a professional level like this back then? Like, was that the ambition or?
I mean, as a little kid, I don't think that necessarily crosses your mind. I just
Right.
wanted to be a ninja, so to speak. And so, I mean, it's one of those things. It's a journey of 1,000 steps starts with one step. And so,
Right.
I mean, it just slowly started building. And like my coach, my first coach kind of got me started competing, even though I didn't particularly want to.
Mm-hmm.
And after the first few times, it was a duck in water. I enjoyed doing it. And
Yeah.
It just kind of self-perpetuated.
Okay. So I was talking to you earlier. You were talking about you much prefer sparring to form, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is it just why is that? You just don't like forms in general, or?
Oh no, like absolutely nothing against it. I think there's a real beauty to it, particularly whenever it's done right.
Right.
It's never been particularly in my wheelhouse, and as a
Okay.
matter of fact, the deal I made with my first coach was I could stop doing forms whenever I made my first national team for sparring, and
Okay.
he kind of made that deal with me. I think. Not believing that I couldn't do it, but just as a lofty goal. But what he didn't expect is like 2 months later, I turned around and made a national team. And so, I mean, I haven't done forms since I was 12. So like watching people do it, I can't even remember them. So,
Well, you've been here for since this competition here started today. Got quite a lot of talented individuals here, and any quick advice you have for any of them, or?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's people like to call it the rocking chair test.
Yeah.
And it's like you go down into that crowd and you say, like, who here wants to be world champion? And 99% of them are going to throw their hand up.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's you have to imagine that, okay, like if you're 90 and you're decrepit and you can't walk, like you have to put yourself in those shoes and then look back and say, like, okay, what could I have done? What would I have done different to get that goal, to be a world champion or whatever, and essentially use that as you don't want to look back and have some regret, no matter how small, of like, oh man, if I had just moved here and done this, I could have done it. It's all about doing absolutely everything you can to get that goal.
Absolutely. And a couple different questions here. What would you say, as a kid, what was your favorite martial arts movie then?
Ooh, that's a good question. I've always been partial to Enter the Dragon. It's
Okay.
It's
That's
a
a good one.
classic for
Yeah.
sure. But if I'm gonna narrow it down to my absolute favorite desert island
Okay.
martial arts movie, I'm gonna have to go with Rumble in the Bronx with Jackie Chan. It's a
Oh,
good
there you
movie.
go. There you go. That's always a good one.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're probably a hero to some of these kids down here. You're probably a pretty good role model for a lot of these guys. Who would you say was your role model then for martial arts?
I mean, my role model at the time was my coach. Like, I really looked up to him. He was really talented. He had made the junior national team, stuff like that. And he was kind of this, his name was Jeff, and he was kind of this poster of, hey, like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And so, I mean, he actually went down to Rio to watch me compete. He was at
Wow.
the qualification event. Yeah, we're extremely close, and it's one of those things. It's you know, if I've seen this far, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants, right? You know,
Yeah.
like, I mean, he paved the way for me.
Oh,
so
that's good. That's good. And with getting into the Olympics, how did you go about that with Taekwondo?
Fortunately, leading up till 2012, it was a little bit more political in that it had to be about who you knew, who liked you,
Okay.
what matches you won. The good part is in 2012, the World Taekwondo Federation unveiled what they called the World Ranking System.
Okay.
And so you would progress your rank by pursuing like world ranking tournaments like international opens, world championships, Pan American games, like big events.
Okay.
And so the good part is, essentially, long story short, the WTF came along and said that, oh, you want to go to the Olympics, it's got to be done through the world ranking system.
Okay. Okay. And how would that world ranking system work exactly?
Different events are valued differently. So
Okay.
like a smaller international open would be what's called a G1, so there's 10 points involved.
Okay.
Whereas like the Olympics is a G20, so there's 200 points at stake. So
Okay.
theoretically, the system favors people who are consistently successful.
Okay.
So like you're constantly building points, but like in tennis, every year there's a devaluation of points. So each year that goes by, the previous year drops by 25%. So
Okay.
like for now that it's 2016, the 2012 points are completely gone.
Okay. Okay. And with competitions here, how many competitions do you go to a year, even just visiting, not necessarily competing?
I actually don't visit a lot just because of how much I'm traveling, but
Right.
typically, I mean, to be successful on the international scene and be collecting ranking points,
Mhm.
I mean, if you include world championships and big events that you have to fight at, it's, I mean, anywhere between 10 and 20. So
Okay.
it's a ton of travel.
Okay, alrighty. This, again, if you're just joining us, we're here at the Iowa Central Taekwondo Championship, the second annual one. We were just talking to Stephen Lambden, Olympian at the 2016 Olympics, and you placed 11th,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, it's been good talking with you, man.
Thanks, man.
It's great to meet you. It's
Yeah,
always
nice
great
to
to
meet
see
you.
one of our country's heroes, you know?
Oh,
So it's always
that's
great
lofty.
to.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like any Olympian qualifies as a hero of the U.S. So
For sure.
you made it. It's good. So,
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to meet you, man.
was nice
Thanks
to
for
meet
coming here, visiting us here at Iowa, of all places.
Oh,
you know.
no worries. It's, since the Olympics, I've gotten to see more of the United
Yeah.
States than I ever have. So
Yeah,
no
that's always
complaints.
good. But yeah, thanks a lot for coming, and thanks a lot for talking with me here.
No worries,
Yeah,
man. Thanks.
yeah, thanks a whole lot.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.